Hi, this is Ryan Oakley, and you're watching the free online course, Create a Gorgeous Website with Squarespace, a step-by-step guide for beginners. This is step 4, and in this step, we're going to be creating our first page, the contact page. Okay, so it's time to add some content to our site. The first page I want to work on is the contact page, so I can click on the contact page here, and it opens up. It's underlined in the navigation bar. And the reason I want to work on the contact page first is because it's the simplest page. We're going to have some, if we switch over to our site and our live site in Safari, we can go to our contact page. You can see we've got some text, a photo, and a form to build on this contact page. So let's go work on that. So when we're in this pages section of our Squarespace site, we can hover over things and we have different options. So we can hover over site title and change that, hover over navigation and change some of that. For our content, we want to hover over this page content section and click edit. We could also double click within this box and it'll open up the edit screen as well. So let's double click that. Oops. And here is where we get to add our content. So as you hover around, you'll see these little teardrops with lines open up. And this is, whenever you click on one of these, you'll be able to enter content into your site. So already there's this little text box here that we can use. So let's go ahead and copy and paste or write in the start of our text. So if I move over to the Safari, I'm just going to copy and paste this in. Make it easier since I've already got it laid out. So there's some text. Right now this section is under normal text. Actually, it's all under normal text. But you notice that the contact text is a little bit bigger than the regular text on the site. So how we change that is we highlight over the text and we go to normal and we want to make it a heading. For me, I made it a heading 3. And so now it looks like that. And we can go save and we can see what that looks like. That's great. We've added some text. Now let's go add our image. So we can add things on the top. We can add things underneath the heading or above text or below text. Let's add our image below this text. And here's all these content blocks that we have available to us. There's a ton of them, and some of them are pretty awesome. But we don't need them all right now. Right now I just need to add an image. So I'm going to go find the image icon here and ask me to add an image. So I'm going to click on this button. And the image I want to use is this cool dog here. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And each block has its own options. So in this image block, I can add a caption below or over the image or no caption at all. I can give it a file name. I can make it clickable to another URL. I'm going to have a caption below it and it's not going to click to anything else. So I'm good with what I've got right here. I'm going to click save. And now if I go, there's my big image. If I go underneath here, right here, that's where the caption is. So when I click on this block, now I can add a caption under this dog image, and the caption is just something kind of silly. It just says woof. The reason it's silly is because it's my site and I'm allowed to do whatever I want, and in my site a bit of my personality I hope comes through with some funny things like that. You'll see that in a few places. So I'm going to hit save. So now we've got some text, we've got this puppy dog. And let's go back to our site. Now we need this form. So let's go ahead and make this form. So again, we can go underneath anything within our content, underneath this photo, for example, and click on this little teardrop to give us options of content blocks that we can add into our site. In this case, I want to add a form. So I find the form and click on it. And here's my form block. The form name can be contact me. And in my form, I want the name, I want an email address, a subject, and a message. So this actually looks really good. And there's some other options here that I should probably go look at to see if I need to change anything. So this says when someone fills out a form, it's going to be sent to my email, which is where I want it. Other options are Google Docs or MailChimp. Email's fine. And I can change what the button says. So let's see, what do I got on my says? I've got my button says say hello. So instead of submit, I'm going to say hello, because that's more fun. And I can choose how it's aligned. And then there's this post submit message. So when somebody hits this, fills out all the form and then hits the say hello or submit button, they're going to be shown this thank you. And I wanted this thank you to be a little bit more specific. So I have thank you. Your message has been sent to my email. I am usually able to respond within 48 hours. So I just want them to know that I got their email. And that's it. Everything else looks really good. So I'm going to hit save, and that updated the changes. See, there's the say hello now. So now you're going, okay, well, it doesn't exactly look like this. Obviously there's some color in here and stuff, but one of the biggest differences is we've got the text and the photo lined up on the left, and we've got another column here with the form. So let's see how we do that. With any content, you can see this hand pop up here. And when the hand pops up, it means I can hold down the left button on my mouse and start to move content around. And depending on what I do, different lines will show up, or where I go, different lines will show up and give me different options of how to drag things around. This takes a little bit of getting used to, but suggest you just give it a shot. So what I'll do is move it around until I get this line on the right here. And what that means is it'll move this, whatever content I'm holding, in this case the form content, it'll move that content block over and create a new column. So if I let go of the left button, you can see that that's exactly what it did. So it pushed all the text over to the left as well as the image, and it made my contact form pop up on the right. So that looks pretty sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. So that's a really good start to our contact page. And in the next video, we're going to make some changes to some fonts and colors and things like that to start customizing our site.